Hello Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and welcome to your reading space. What's going on with you guys? I really feel called to look into your energy these days. I'm also Pisces. Maybe that's part of it. What's the vibe about that these days? Feels like there's a lot going on. I think there's a lot going on for everyone, but there's something that feels quite spiritual in nature. Let's go ahead and see what's going on with Pisces here watching. You guys remember, you can always reject any information that's not resonant, okay? You choose. You choose what you take on, what you don't. Just take what resonates for you. Don't make it fit and leave the rest. Pisces, Queen of Cups. I feel like this is a lot of looking at the past, like feeling the emotional resentments and pains about the past. But there's like, with this, for me, this energy, there always comes this feeling of a puzzle box in a way, like trying to, like, it's like she's trying to figure it out, you know, to figure out the mystery laden in all these emotional experiences that are hard or hurtful in the past. She's trying to understand. I also feel this is so, you know, on with the Pisces energy because it's like being on the edge. Being on the edge, one step over and she's back in the water. You could even see her foot still looks like the water here. But from where she is, she actually is on the land. She is on a spot of healing. She does have treasure, but some of the treasure she's not fully aware of because she's so focused on this puzzle box of the emotional pains of the past. Which, rightfully so, because there is something to figure out there. But sometimes it can distract or pull away from what is here, of course. Anything else here? Pisces, please and thank you. So this is nice to see for Pisces energy. I mean, this is actually a financial expansion. It's also expansion of our self-worth. I feel, for me, when I read this, I feel like it goes hand in hand. So I feel like as the self-worth improves and we expand, probably through your process of elimination or your process of looking at these things from the past, as this expands, so does our financial situation, our living situation. Pisces, you've got a really fortunate energy around these days. Everything I hear about astrologically, everything I feel, it's very focused on money. It's very focused on an increase. For me, this is also an energy of having options. So, you know, having options with how you make money, where you go, what you do, multiple sources of income even, options of where you want to build. Some of you could be consulting. This is like a map maker or something here. You could be consulting someone about your astrology or about what direction to go or how to make money. This could be making plans of how to build a space for some of you. But others, I feel like this is an improvement in general in your situation. I feel like things are finally taking you somewhere that you want to go. Some of you also, you could have very spiritual friends or very like restricted kind of friends, people who are very like restricted in their life or repressed or very, especially in like their style or their beliefs or the way they present themselves. But it works. There's something about that can work sometimes. Makes sense for Pisces. I also feel like with this that there's kind of this wavering energy around a beginning. You could be uncertain, you know, what beginning you're going to take, if you're actually going to get a beginning coming out of all this confusion, you know. I actually feel like with the way this card is positioned and the uncertainty of it, that you're kind of emerging into a higher and clearer vibration as well. New perspectives, I also feel, are carried with this, especially when it comes to, you know, living or money or career or things like this. And you've got this Ace of Cups over here on the bottom of the deck as well. So a lot of beginnings energy, and I do feel it is connected to, you know, new informations, new mindsets, the releasing of attachments as well. You could have really choices to make when it comes to your home and foundation, money, career, any kind of, you know, wealth, inheritance, cars, that kind of a vibe, things. What else is going on for Pisces? Pisces, it would be really good for you to, I mean, we have to get ourselves to align with things, but it would be really good for you to really try and believe in prosperity. If you feel like you're one of those Pisces where your belief has been wounded of that, and all you're seeing is, you know, limitations or sadness or something, it would be good to do like meditations that are for helping you feel financially secure, visualizations, mantras, affirmations. It would be really wise for you to do that because your belief is really so strong. I know that firsthand, and it can create a lot. Five of Swords, why is it here? Why is Five of Swords here? Some of you, all this anxiety and this stuff of being in your head, this feeling of overthinking or not being able to sleep or just feeling anxious, bad dreams, a lot of that is connected to somebody or something that really betrayed you here. Somebody or something that's really been in a strong fear-based mindset and they handed that on to you, whether they meant to or not. There is a lot of fire energy here, so that could be, you know, around movement or action that feeling is coming up around. It could also be, you know, dealing with a fire energy, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, okay? But I also feel more than that, it's somebody's mindset has kind of rubbed off on you here. I mean, the mindset of many things, perhaps, many events, people. And in a way, it's like this is asking you to reality check with yourself whenever you can. To reality check with yourself. Because that gives you some kind of strength. There's a lot of new stuff going on here. New movement, new passion, new path, new energy, new inspiration. And you could have anxiety about that because of this betrayal or fear-based limited mindset that somebody's had around you in your life or recently or maybe multiple times throughout. And it is asking for you to be strong. It's asking for you to pull up on your strengths here. And when I talk about a reality check and how that can actually improve your quality of strength, it's kind of like checking in with yourself and reminding yourself, I've done this, I've done that, this has happened, I made that work, I was able to do this is how far I've come with this is how much this has worked. Like, but doing this a lot, like making lists each day or something of this, like, because sometimes it feels in our mind so much, and the way that people will make it sound, it can feel like so much. But when we actually go through and we look at how the impossible has been made possible time and time again by you, Pisces, it doesn't matter if you got help or something like that, that's still a form of the universe delivering that possibility to you. It's just using what avenues it can to do that. So, I mean, this is reminding yourself of that and reminding yourself that you do have the strength, the balance, the perseverance here. You do have what you need. Some of you also, I feel, it's really important for you, you know, not to suppress your voice. Okay? Let me get a little more on that for Pisces watching. Please and thank you. Well, that's emotional contentment. I feel like, you know, you have this perspective where you've come from 0 to 100. You know, you may not be where you know you can go to or where you want to go. Maybe you're trying to go to 300. You know, but you have built a system of boundaries, okay, a system of communication, and you have a lot of emotional contentment within that system. You create renewal for yourself. And I feel like this is something worth sharing, worth talking about, worth showing, because others can resonate with it, for one. And yes, it's a work in progress. You're always working on it. But if you go from where you were to now, you've come so far, and so much has happened here. Anything else for Pisces? You need to meditate, Pisces. Meditation is recommended a lot, and it's important for us. Yes, but for you, especially now, this is what just rest too, sleep, getting enough sleep, getting a lot of sleep, maybe extra sleep. But rest and meditation, it's like really where all that healing is at for you. It's where you're going to restore and rejuvenate. And it's like sleep and meditation is the key. Okay, prayer, even reflection, it's the key to so much. It's the key to healing. It's the key even to understanding, to, forgiveness, to feeling restored, all of that. It's a huge, important thing for you, Pisces. Anything else for Pisces here, please and thank you. I'm hearing Pisces, don't watch your back any longer. Just go. Keep going forwards. Just move forwards. Leaving without a goodbye, no goodbye. Maybe that's what you have to do. Or somebody has to do. But I feel like this is you. Maybe that's what you have to do at some point. This is your life, Pisces. This is your path. Nobody can tell you how to do it right. They might have, different wisdoms or perspectives, but they also have other different elements there that make it where they're not Pisces, They're not you. It is definitely time for you to walk on from something here, especially on an emotional level. I know we can't always change our physical circumstances, with a snap of a finger here, but it is time to walk on emotionally from something, to detach, to journey inward, to quest. I feel when you're doing this, as you're moving on, and you could be reconnecting here with nature, or you could feel wounded, from what's gone down. But as you're moving on, I feel a lot of material changes for you, changes in your physical world that are very prosperous and very positive, okay? Very abundant and very supportive. Definitely an increase in wealth strongly available to Pisces at this time and moving forwards. Okay. And also they're reminding, the sponge that soaks up, the sponge that soaks up. Also, sometimes you need to leave a situation in order to resolve it. Oh, sorry, Pisces. And I also continue to see this kind of Aries energy in your reading, which is interesting. It's coming out in multiple forms, this fiery Aries energy. I do feel that this is about, action, about you getting something done. You could meet an Aries too, it's possible. But really embodying fire energy here. And I feel like you're going to be a lot more focused on building up your dreams, building up your path, your process here. So, Pisces, that's what we have for you. I think there was probably enough advice just within the reading. So we send you a lot of love and wellness. You guys can always email us for personal reading inquiries. All of the information is below. It's the only way to get a personal reading, okay? All right, take care, you guys.